and should rule over them. Wherefore should they say among the people, where is their God? Verse 18, then will the Lord be jealous for his land and pity his people. Yea, the Lord will answer and say unto his people, behold, I will send you corn and wine and oil.
And that's what's going to happen. The Lord is going to send his salvation, and we'll be raised up out of here. Like I said, it may not be me specifically, but it's going to happen whether I like it or not. So it would behoove, if you hear this message, it would behoove you to get in order, to get your life in order. If you really call yourself a Christian, I was talking to a woman about this the other day. If you call yourself a Christian, then you're admitting to yourself that who you call Jesus Christ, being innocent, was beaten and died for you to have a specific time frame, which is what they call grace. And I'm saying it real simple for the simple person to understand. He died for you to be able to have a time frame to get yourself back in order, so that when the Lord comes back, you will be saved. You will show him that you are thankful for his sacrifice for you. Because like I said, he died being innocent. He didn't do anything wrong. So why not get into this Bible? You said, and her reply was, you know how the black woman is, I am into that Bible. Well, you only into half of the Bible. And then even the half that you are into, you ripped out 2 Timothy, you ripped out Corinthians, or you ripped out all chapters talking about how to get a woman in order. You ripped out Peter's, James, you tore that out, and you said, well, I'm going to roll with this. You got about 15 pages in your Bible. And guess what that's all about? Love. When you have had 7 or 8 abortions, talking about love.
Isaiah 55:6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near.
Now, if I'm standing in front of this woman, and me standing in front of her, speaking to her about the truth of the Bible, the Lord was right there in front of her, breathing fire right in her face, telling her what to do. But you know what she chose to do? Do it her own way. She chose to do it her way instead of the Lord, who created the heavens and the earth.
I thought it went out of something.
Read that one more time for me.
Isaiah 55:6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near.
So I said to her, so you mean to tell me, even if it's a mistake of my misunderstanding of the Bible, you're still not going to stop eating pork, even though you know that man died for you to get yourself together? What is not eating pork? Who does it really hurt? Who really suffers? If you just eat chicken, or you just eat poultry, beef, who suffers? What I'm doing to her is trying to show her that you're trapped in sin. You need to repent from sin, because now you're trying to justify Satan. But she not looking at it that way. She looking at it in a way like, I'm trying to take from her. I'm trying to control her. I'm trying to lead her. You know what I mean? Which I am. But I'm doing it in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So why you say you're a Christian? So why not follow the law, statutes, and commandments like I'm telling you?
Because that's prophecy. What the brother is going into. This is Isaiah 53, verse 4. This is the prophecy of Yahushua. Surely he hath borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. Yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of God, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions.
For our transgressions. That's why he was wounded. So when I think about that, that always gives me a rush and a push to keep going. To never quit. Don't ever quit. Because that's like me throwing rocks at Yahushua when he was on the cross. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a part of that, not one bit. I want to be a part of that glory of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You want to say something?
know what I'm saying? When you're doing that, you're putting the Lord to an open shame, man. Because you pretty much asked him to go back to that cross, and he's not going to do that again. Right.
That is the exact opposite of what I want to do. So like I kept telling you, say you're a Christian, and I wasn't arguing with her. I was just trying to show her the transgression of her ways through the Bible that she says that she's a part of. It's instruction. You have this in your dining room. You have it under your bed. You have it in your locker room at work. You have it at school. You have it everywhere. I'm just trying to show you that it's spiritual, that the reason that you have it. But why not use it to benefit your life instead of just saying that I'm a Christian, right?
Back in Isaiah 55, I'll start at 6 again. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way.
Now, for a woman to call upon him, that's through a man. That is through a man. So like I told her, I said, all in all, what about just stop eating pork for health? But she can't do it because her mind is so trapped in sin. But she just don't look at it like that. She just looks at it as, well, everybody else doing it, so it must be right. Well, everybody else is a sinner. Everybody else is a transgressor. What about those that turned away from transgression? Why not follow them? Go ahead.
Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord.
Funny thing is, she didn't have a Christmas tree in her house. She did not have a Christmas tree in her house. But she said that if she would have had a boyfriend or something like that, she don't have no kids either, she said I would have did it then. And I'm trying to tell her, like, man, you going from righteousness to wickedness. You see, like, and I showed her through the scriptures that tree is not supposed to be in your house. We're not gonna go all into that. But she's still trying to, well, you know, it's just something for the kids. So why would you want to turn your kids or somebody else's kids into a sinner?
Right.
Why would you want to sacrifice them to Satan? Why not try to bring them out of the fire instead of throwing them back in there? Why not do that? Go ahead.
And let him return to the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power he will abundantly pardon.
Now, if you're looking for mercy, because a Christian, quote unquote, they believe that the Lord is coming back, and you're looking for mercy from him, but you didn't do anything that he said to do. You didn't do anything that he said to do. And if somebody could read real quick, just Matthew 5 and 17 through 19, just real quick, and then I'll let y'all get the precepts going again. The Lord himself, Yahushua himself, who you call Jesus Christ himself, said not to do certain things, to refrain from certain behaviors. Go ahead.
Matthew 5 and 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets.
Think not that I'm come to destroy the Old Testament. That's not the case. Go ahead.
I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
Yahushua coming and being that sacrifice for the nation of Israel, that is the fulfillment. The law, the prophets, the writings, all of that is fulfilled through him coming back. He is talked about in the Old Testament through Moses, through Isaiah, and so on. Malachi, I believe. He is talked about. So he is that fulfillment. But the same way she's looking at me as I can't be telling the truth is the same way they looked at him and saying, well, he can't be telling the truth. That's why he was sacrificed, because they didn't believe a word he was saying. They looked at him and said, this Negro is calling himself God. Man, take him up on that cross. That's the same thing she was doing to me. This nigga from Waco, he can't know what he talking about. That's impossible. I used to go to church with this dude. He was asleep every time I was asleep. He was in there eating candy just like I was eating candy. He can't know what he talking about. Not that cat from Waco, man. No way. Same thing that happened to Yahushua from Nazareth. Man, it ain't nothing good coming out of Nazareth. It's like, in this area, it's like saying South Oak Cliff.
Fort Worth.
Salvation from South Oak Cliff? Nah, bro. I'm not listening to nothing he talking about. Go Go ahead.
For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law.
So a spiritual man will hear that, and brother, you ain't got to finish that. I got it. That's easy. Now all I got to do is hit up Leviticus and so on to get the understanding of things that I need to eat, things that I need to do, things that I don't need to do. And the best thing about it is when you're in a brotherhood, you have people and brothers around you that can correct you through the spirit of Yahweh Shah. There was a young brother that was in the camp. Excuse me. He didn't know that certain meats were pork. But through him telling me that I ate a pepperoni pizza, and he said with a smile on his face, man, I had some pepperoni pizza the other day, and I just stopped and looked at him like, whoa. Like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, you joking? You know how sometimes we joke like that. But the person will say, nah, I'm messing with you, man. I'm just messing with you. I ain't messing with you. You know what I mean? But he's just going on about it. And I just I wanted to hug him, just hold him close. Like,
Jake is uncultivated, Jake.
Yeah. So I told him, I said, no, bro, you can't eat that. Pepperoni is pork. And he had that look like damn. So I had to go through different meats. Pepperoni is pork. Ham, the brother didn't know ham was pork. For him, in his mind, it has to say pork on the wrapper. But that's just our people. Just simple-minded like that. Just simple. After I told him, I feel like he got the understanding. But it hurt to just see a brother like that. But that's what we have each other for. Sometimes you may forget the Sabbath. You're like, damn. You call your brother, you try to word it like you know it's a Sabbath, but you really want to ask him, but you're trying to make it seem like you know. You know, I know you know now. But that's what you do. But you got your brother to help you, to keep you going. Cause our simple minds, man, I had sex on the Sabbath, man. I ain't got it. I'm through. I'm out. But you got the brotherhood to help you keep going, help you keep pushing. Who you was reading for? Read through
Will we start from the top 40?
No. Okay, start at 18.
For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so.
Hey, it's cool. Hold on one second.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
You got him on camera? Get him on camera. Get him on camera. Look like a little turtle out here. Go ahead.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments.
When you getting in the spirit, Satan dropped that cat from the top of the building. he said, nah, they over there getting too spiritual. Go over there and disrupt it. Yeah, you know how they talk about in hell? He came straight from the pit of hell. 1,000 miles an hour with his finger up. Go ahead.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of the least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
So when you deal with us, we're going to teach you to follow these laws. But not just that, to have faith in Yahweh Shai, who is the fulfillment of these laws. That's what we teach. And it's impossible to not talk about it. It's impossible for you because you live in your life through his will. So people look at you and they say, well, why don't you do this? So it's impossible for that not to manifest itself. That's just like it was impossible for Yahushua to be in a city and people not come to him. And people not come to him in good favor and also in bad. They wanted to see him bring them salvation, and they wanted to kill him. We're the same way, because we're in his same spirit. It's impossible for us not to teach, because our life is teaching. Our life is the fulfillment. If we're doing it right, we come in the spirit of Yahushua. Therefore, that's just how we are. We can't not be righteous. You know what I mean? And people look at that and they say, damn, I want a piece of that. But when they find out how hard it is, then they turn away from it. You read 19?
Not all the way.
Finish it up.
But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
That's us. We want to teach so that we can be called great, so that we can see this kingdom. Because we want to see our people on this sign in a good case.
That's true.
Not at the bottom of the barrel. I always talk about the so-called Mexican. You got your own country. Why are you over here being called a spick, a wetback? Why would you do that? Now, I'm not saying to go back to your own country, but what I'm saying is you got to look at yourself as more than what you are, because you have no value of yourself. You coming over here working in the so-called white man's hotel. He's peeing in the bed, partying, and you changing the sheets.
You're taking advantage of you too.
Exactly.
I mean, you know, you got Issacharites that come over here and they making a lot of money, man. It's all cash, and they're like, hell yeah. So Issachar right now is one of the #1 consumers, man. I want to say almost above so-called Negroes, but they're not giving y'all 4Ks, man. Y'all come over here breaking y'all backs, and they're not setting y'all up for retirement.
That's right. Because if you're not a citizen, you don't qualify for retirement. But guess what? You do qualify to pay into Social Security. Now, isn't that strange? Because if you're not a citizen, you're not going to be able to collect Social Security.
Also, they give you money. They give you money for your kids to basically. They'll give you money to basically feed your children. So somebody that has children here, they automatically get amnesty, and so they automatically get SNAP and stuff like that. So yeah, you think you're doing good, you know, you get SNAP, things of that nature, and you think, oh, I'm doing my thing, I'm getting SNAP.
Right.
Really, they just give you back the money that took from your taxes.
Right. Exactly.
You know,
and they're also allowing you to pay into Social Security, which is right now paying all those people that are collecting it. That the only reason the system is going is because you're paying into it and not able to collect off of it. It's just free money into the Social Security system. You're on your check, you're paying, what is that, FICA, whatever that stuff is. You're paying into that, but you'll never be able to collect on it. That's beautiful. The brother brought that point out.
I got another precept. This is James, the 5th chapter. I'm gonna start at verse 1. Go to now, pretty much why I'm bringing the scripture up, because he's talking about pretty much being in continual debt. You know what I'm saying? Being in a hole. Go to now, ye rich men. Weep and howl, for your misery shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted.
Zephaniah 1 talks about meditation.
And your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered. And the rest of them shall be a witness against you.
Your gold and your silver is cankered. None of that stuff is of worth. And to be honest with you, to have the so-called white man's gold and silver, it usually means that you're going to have to sacrifice yourself in some kind of manner. You don't believe me? Ask some of these elites. They're not going to tell you, but you can look it up for yourself. There's things that go on for you to be able to be rich. You don't just come into it. You're allowed to get this certain amount of money. You're allowed to be able to, there's some cars that they have to allow you to be able to buy that car. So the thing is, when you see that man with that car, you know that he had to do something or be a part of something to get that car. That's how the elites work. Everything is about symbols. It's not so much as a car as it is a status symbol. It's a beautiful car, but you're only seeing that person in that car because they submitted themselves to some certain action or something to be able to live that lifestyle. Do you think Beyonce sings better than all of these women that are trying to come up? No, not at all. So how is she able to get that deal, as they say? How is she able to get that tour to where she can make $200 million? You have to be a part of something. You have to submit yourself to something. Like the scriptures say, your gold and all your stuff is cankered. So it's better to not have it. All you rich men, you're reaping the day that you submitted yourselves, because you know it's not even worth it. You know that none of the things that you went through are worth that money. Yeah, you live in a high-rise apartment, but is it really worth doing all those disgusting acts that you had to do? We'll name some of them. I didn't want to, but we'll name some of them. Homosexual acts. They say that sometimes they have to eat feces and drink piss. in these elite parties.
Ghetto gag.
For the women, stuff like that, ghetto gag. Is it really worth it to have to submit yourself over and over for somebody to have pictures of the whole thing? Is it really worth it? Is that car that you're driving really worth that? You know it's not worth it. Go ahead, can you finish with James?
No, I still got one. Yeah, I just
phone to the book.
And shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth.
They're crying. Read that part one more time. Matter of fact, read that whole verse one more time.
Verse 4.
Yeah.
Verse 4. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth.
Go ahead.
And the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Shabbat.
Everybody is suffering, the top to the bottom. The laborer is suffering. The middle management is suffering. The executive is suffering. Everybody's losing. So now the executive is like, instead of working 40, he's trying to figure out a way for you to work 60. But pay you the same or less.
They do that in the white collar jobs too. It's not like the white collar jobs really aren't unionized like blue collar jobs. So
exactly. Yeah.
What's going on is you have a lot of people that's in so-called nice jobs, but they're working crazy hours, 60, 70 hours.
And they're not getting anywhere near the benefits that they were. For example, there was a time in America where you go, for the so-called white man, you graduate high school, get yourself a bachelor's degree, and you were good. You go to one of these factories and you get you a house and the cars and you're good. And everything is beautiful. You work for your 20 years and they give you a gold plaque or something like that. You get your retirement, which is damn near the same amount of money is that you were making when you were working, and everything is beautiful. But that time is gone. The Social Security, they moved it from 50-something to 60-something to now it's damn near, they pretty much telling you that you're probably not going to get nothing because all the money's gone. Your retirement from when your father was getting it, now it's cut in half. Now you liable only for retirement, you liable to be getting $200, $300. So you saying to yourself, you are at 38 and 40, you're saying to yourself, man, I'm supposed to be retired. When my father was 40, he was done. But I'm still working.
Nowadays, you have to work 2 jobs.
That's right.
You have to. Your ass get a roommate. You can't be able to do this shit by yourself, man. Shit too much.
That's right. Because back in the 50s, the man was working, like I said, and the woman was at home taking care of the kids. Now, your old lady's at work.
You looking at her and asking,